especially to our dignitaries, Mr. Kiran Rijiju, Minister of State for Home Affairs, Dr. Saraswat, Niti Ayog, Lieutenant General Marba, NDMA, and respected members of the industry. It's a true pleasure and a privilege to be here and welcome all of you today. MAIT, we've been discussing, in fact, all of this morning, we had meetings with the MAIT members on how do we want to shape MAIT's role going forward? What do we really want MAIT to do? And there was an overwhelming consensus in the room that MAIT has to be that bridge between the industry and the government that's focused on facilitating the execution of Digital India. It's a dream all of us believe in. All of us want that dream to come true, and we want that dream to come true fast. I think the time is over for planning and PowerPoints and think tanks that keep discussing how good Digital India is and why it should happen. I think that train has pretty much left the station. All of us are convinced that not only does it need to happen, but it needs to happen really fast. So if there's one focus that MAIT has, it's to work with industry, government, actually bring the two together so that we together can speed up the deployment and the execution, frankly speed up that transformation that needs to take place for India to get digitized. As part of that, we have been involved in a lot of initiatives, from working with government on shaping the right policies, educating different government stakeholders on various aspects of technology usage, from technology procurement to actual usage. For example, the real execution of Digital India is happening at the state level, and MAIT is involved with nearly 12 states, and we keep partnering with more and more states every single day to educate them on how that implementation can happen, what all is needed, what all standards are needed, what all policies are needed, how do they even procure technology for a transformative initiative like this. And one of the initiatives we are driving as part of our agenda to speed up execution is the Digital India Action Group. This is a committee that we have set up, an action group that we have set up, where we bring together the government, state as well as center, and our members, the industry, to really think through solutions, to discuss, to pick key problem areas, and then think through solutions that can help in the implementation of that area, as well as the impact. We started the work around a year and a half back, and the first area that we picked was the mission mode projects. Now, India has a number of mission mode projects, and you cannot ignore them when you're thinking of Digital India and when you're thinking of next steps. You have to figure out how do you work with these existing projects, and how do you maybe modernize, change, improve some of these projects for higher efficiencies. So the first paper was really focused on that. Today, I'm very proud to say that we have the next two papers ready to take us forward in that quest to help the realization of Digital India faster. The first one is on Internet of Things for effective disaster management. And the second paper that we will be releasing today is creating a framework for citizen services using Aadhaar. Now, I'm sure all of you know much more than I do about Internet of Things and the impact it can have on India. But think of it within the context of disaster management, and it takes on a whole new meaning. Now, unfortunately, there is nothing yet that can prevent disasters. Unfortunately, technology has still not figured out how to do that. I'm sure someday it will, but not today. But the proactive use of technology today, especially data analytics, can significantly help reduce the impact that we are often left with after these disasters, or we often face after these disasters. And for a country like India, where earthquakes are prone, cyclones, floods, We see all of these. Mother Nature unfortunately keeps stirring once in a while, and the impact is devastating. Thousands and thousands of lives lost. For us, I think it's not only a must that we must embrace technology to figure out how to prevent the impact or how to reduce the impact, but I think the question is how soon, how fast, and how efficiently can we do it. And that's what the focus is. Through this paper, we want to start the dialogue with NDMA, so we're really grateful that Mr. Marwa could make it here today. We want to start the dialogue with NDMA on what's needed for actual implementation. And one of the things that we are very keen to do is to move it to the next step. A lot of our members are creating solutions that are actually being used worldwide today for disaster management. We would be very happy to bring all of that together and create a solution showcase so that you can get to see everything that's available and how it can be adapted for India. But then again, I want to stress on the fact, while we're very pleased with the fact that we're releasing the paper today, that's just the beginning of the journey. It's not the end. The next steps and how quickly we execute to those next steps is going to be critical. The same with the paper on Aadhaar. By now, Aadhaar is pretty much ubiquitous when it comes to government services. I think we are looking at what are the holes that can be plugged so that its usage, its willing usage, becomes absolutely seamless when it comes to government services, and what are the benefits you can get out of it. So, once again, there's so much to look forward to in India today. There's just so much to look forward to. We are at the beginning of a journey that can be the biggest transformation that the world has ever seen. And the best part of it, we are not observers. As the IT industry, we are in the middle of it. We are right in the middle of it. In fact, a lot of this depends, a lot of whether it's successful or not will depend on us. And how well we partner, how well we customize, how well we drive innovations for India in the country. So it's a really exciting time. As MAIT, we are tremendously excited with the opportunities ahead, with what we can do, the value that we can bring to the table, both for our members as well as for the government, and ultimately figuring out how to be that bridge that connects both the sides together so that we can not just execute to the vision of Digital India, but we can execute with impact. So that's the dream that we have, and I look forward to that journey, and I look forward to results. So with that, thank you once again to all of you for being here today, and look forward to a great evening. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Padmanabh.
I'm Sam.
My name is Tsuneo Murata.
My name is Yutong Huang.
And you are watching
You're watching
ELE Times TV.